Hi, I'm Rob Reactor, and you're watching ZachArcher.
Alright, how's it going, everybody? Today I want to talk briefly about the best of Pentatonix Christmas. Now, you've heard some of my thoughts here and there. I did reactions to the 3 new tracks on the album, and other than that, there wasn't really much. Well, then I talked about the animated thing and my tour experience, which are all kind of tied together, but separate from this. And I don't want to talk at length on this, just because I've talked about things like about it here and there, so I don't want to retread too much of the same ground. But I do want to kind of start a little bit of a dialogue with you if you'll partake in the comments. You know, people have been a little upset with me for being a little critical here and there. You know, a lot of people agree with me about the Whitney Houston thing. A couple of people didn't, which is fine, but a lot of people did, where it's like feels weird that they kind of did that, and they're kind of, some people agree they're not into the whole using Whitney Houston thing, and the trend for Pentatonix in general of having featured artists where it's really like they're kind of they feel more like the featured artist themselves, and it's just the backing vocals and they don't even take the lead at any point in the song. I will definitely defend my opinion on that till the bitter end, to where it's like it does nothing for me. And here's my problem with it. I'm gonna just break it down a little bit. In terms of like reviewing this album, I'm not gonna obviously talk about each track specifically, but I do want to kind of look at it overall. I think the problem I have with this album is not the songs itself. Like, if I was gonna review this album, it would be like, is there good music on this album? Yes, obviously. There's amazing music on this album. It's Pentatonix. But bear with me, just use a little bit of context. It's called The Best of Pentatonix Christmas. And when I hear The Best of Pentatonix Christmas, you'd think it would be the highlights and the best. Obviously, there's not going to be an objective best of anything, but at least something that could be considered the best, subjectively, or some of the most popular ones would be nice. But that's not really what we have here. We have a couple of those and then a lot of random ones, which is what I have a problem with. And furthermore, when I criticize them using artists, like, for instance, on this one, they have Joyful Joyful featuring Jasmine Sullivan, which is 90% Jasmine Sullivan, a little bit of them. And then I was informed that they do the choir portions is them. I wasn't sure, couldn't tell. But according to one comment I saw, at least, they are the choir. So, okay, there's that. But is Jasmine Sullivan's lead all the way? Do you hear what I hear? Featuring Whitney Houston, is Whitney Houston's lead all the way? Grown Up Christmas List featuring Kelly Clarkson, is Kelly Clarkson's lead all the way? How Great Thou Art featuring Jennifer Hudson, I'm trying to remember, but I think that was Jennifer Hudson's lead all the way. When You Believe featuring Maren Morris is a little bit of an exception as well. They do some cool stuff. I actually really like this song in terms of one of the songs they've done with another artist, because they do actually share the lead a little bit. Obviously, it's mostly Maren Morris, but they come in and do some cool stuff together and blend their voices really nicely. So I'll give them that one. Winter Wonderland, Don't Worry Be Happy featuring Tori Kelly is mostly Tori Kelly again, but there are some nice moments with like Scott, and they chime in a little bit. Still along the same message. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 tracks out of 19 on the Best of Pentatonix Christmas are featured artists, which are primarily them singing, and Pentatonix is the backing vocals. I think if you're talking about the Best of Pentatonix Christmas, that shouldn't be the case. I don't know. I guess their idea, obviously, is that if someone just sees the CD and they look on the back and it's like, whoa, there's something for everyone here. Jasmine Sullivan, Whitney Houston, Tori Kelly, Kelly Clarkson, Maren Morris, Jennifer Hudson. That's all over the place. So it draws them to it. But it's not the Best of Pentatonix. This is just a kind of a random mix, and that's true even outside of the featured artists. Deck the Halls, Carol of the Bells, God Only Knows. I'm just listing them. Hallelujah, Dance of the Sugar Plum Fairy, Mary Did You Know, Little Drummer Boy, God Rest You Merry Gentlemen, White Winter Hymnal, You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch, Here Comes Santa Claus, and That's Christmas to Me, and Coldest Winter. Bobby Alt drum mix. There are some of the best in here, for sure. Hallelujah, easily. Carol of the Bells, Mary Did You Know, Dance to the Sugar Plum Fairy, Little Drummer Boy, and That's Christmas to Me, and Coldest Winter, I would say too. And I mean, that's 7 or 8. God Rest You Merry Gentlemen as well. About 8 there for sure, like the best of Pentatonix Christmas songs out of 19. But I mean, a broken clock's gonna be right at least 12 times a day. I'm kidding, but it's just an interesting thing. Also, is the fact they have songs like God Only Knows, not a Christmas song, first of all, and also the new one. Like they had God Only Knows, Mr. Grinch, and then the Jasmine Sullivan and Whitney Houston ones, which are all new, so they're not really the best of Pentatonix Christmas. That's the only problem I have. I know you're gonna be like, you're taking it too seriously, taking it too literally. Yeah, maybe I am, but the problem is this is a whole other CD. Like price wise, it's like you're buying a whole other CD, and the fact that it's recycled music, they're obviously acknowledging that up front. They're not disguising it. It's the best of Pentatonix Christmas, but it's not really the best. That's my problem. Okay, I wouldn't say Deck the Halls. Deck the Halls is cool because it was like one of the first ones Matt was there for, but it doesn't come to top of mind when I hear best of Pentatonix Christmas songs. Also, White Winter Hymnal is alright. Not probably the best. Here Comes Santa Claus is alright. But none of the songs with featured artists in them would I ever consider in even the top 20 probably of Pentatonix Christmas songs. Like Grown Up Christmas List, amazing vocally, and I love the song. It's amazing. But it's Kelly Clarkson. It's not the best of Pentatonix. The problem is when they look at the back of the album and they see all these artists and they're like, "Oh, cool, let me check them out. This group sounds cool." And then they listen to these tracks. It's like, wait, that's just Kelly Clarkson with some voices in the background. Like, what did I buy this for? Now, of course, they get to hear the rest of the album. So, I mean, that's a little silly. But my point being is that it's like kind of like a cheat code, you know? Let's put all these big names in there just to draw people in, only to be like, oh, it's just kind of them singing the song. It's not really a collaboration that much, you know, as you might expect. Okay, there's some great stuff on here, obviously. Great stuff, but I just feel like there's some missing here. I'm just curious what songs you think should have been included in the best of Pentatonix Christmas. I don't think that's an unfair way to criticize an album that titles itself the best. So I don't think it's an unfair point of criticism, is that it's saying that I don't think these are the best. Obviously, there's like 7 or 8 that I would put in here, but not most of these. And there are ones that are sorely missing. Like, Where Are You Christmas in particular from the most recent Christmas album it's crazy. The decision not to include that. Like, When You Believe was a representative for that album, which is crazy to me. As much as I love that song, it's not what I would think of as the best of Pentatonix. I'm also partial to Hark the Herald Angels Sing, The First Noel, Joy to the World. Would have loved to hear any of these in here. Maybe like Good to Be Bad, because it's an original. That's Christmas to Me, at least that's in here. Alright, that's it. I mean, I'm obviously not breaking down each song because these are all from past albums, so I just find that particularly interesting. It's not me trying to be overly negative. You know, I love Pentatonix. I obviously bought the damn thing anyway. I sold out. They got me. Because what am I buying this for? I bought this for Joyful, Joyful, Do You Hear What I Hear, Mr. Grinch, and God Only Knows. One of them is not a Christmas song. 2 of them aren't Pentatonix songs. Hot take. One of them is not alive. Alright, that's it. Thank you for watching. I love you. I love Pentatonix. Please let me know your thoughts. But don't direct any hate towards me, okay? I'm not hating on Pentatonix. I'm just trying to point out something about this album. My thoughts on the album overall is I kind of feel like it shouldn't have happened. Especially when you consider the animated short Christmas film, which I'll give you, I was a little too harsh on, but the part that I did like was where they were poking fun at themselves for the fact that we don't need to do another Christmas album or another deluxe version of a Christmas album. But yet this is kind of the antithesis to that. it's not only is it not a deluxe version, and it's not a new version, it's a compilation entirely of old ones with a couple songs thrown in that aren't really my favorites that I've heard. That's just me, okay? Again, I want to hear from you. Thank you.